Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in. We are live here at the Herd Stadium in Beverly, Massachusetts, to bring you another broadcast of Panthers football as Beverly gets ready to take on another NEC opponent in the Marblehead Magicians. Dominic Lorenzano alongside Rich Francis. Rich is back today for this one, and tough game, tough one, tough matchup. Marblehead's been one of the head teams in the NEC. Might be on a little bit of a down year as the Magicians do come into this game at 1-4. I know they've played a bit of a rough schedule, but you know, Panthers dealing with some injuries, trying to get things going as well. Marblehead, kind of a little bit of the same story, a little bit.
Yeah, they got one of their better players, Andy Palmer, back last week. He's one of the captains, and he made his name known last week. He had a couple touchdowns in the game. Marblehead, as you said, tough schedule to start the season. So they got on the in the win column last week against Masconomet in a game where their defense just shut down Masco. They only allowed 4 first downs the entire game. So defense is going to be the hallmark. Both of these teams, you know, want their defenses to really control the game. Beverly, you know, as we've seen, has been having trouble putting points on the board. Coach Hutton's going to hopefully try to grind things down, try to keep Marblehead off the field, and you know, some sustained drives would be key here. The first offensive drive for Beverly, I think, is very important today.
Indeed, indeed. And, you know, in general, we've been talking about that. We talked about it last game, and I'm glad you brought it out. The start matters so much for Beverly, especially when things aren't going right. When you have a bad start, kind of just feels like, oh, here we go again, doesn't it? Yeah,
when you want to run the ball and kind of grind things out, which, you know, they run this wing T, this variation of a wing T. You know, you've got a kid like Kessel who can throw the ball, but you really want to grind the ball out to give him an opportunity to run the play fake a little and then hit some passes downfield. Mm-hmm. So, you know, to run the ball, control the clock, that's what Beverly's going to want to do. For a team that hasn't been able to put the points on the board, you don't want to have your defense out there the entire game.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, I want to, like you talked about the play action and all that kind of stuff, even if they don't have a lot of throws, one of the things that comes to my mind today, and you can talk on this, how they can do it, they have to find ways to get the ball in Considine's hand a little bit more than they have been, though, especially last game. He did not touch the football enough.
Yeah, he's you know, he's a beast on both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. He's generally known as a defensive player, but when he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to run you over. Mm-hmm. He's going to, you know, he's got some decent moves for a kid his size. But he's an important part of this. And like you said, you know, just that threat of throwing to a kid like that opens other stuff up for other people.
Indeed. Indeed. And, you know, fast starts matter. Fast starts matter a lot when things aren't going your way. The other thing that matters, not just on the first drive, but in general, talk about the key of first downs. How, when you want to run that wing T, how important is it positive plays on first down?
Yeah, you know, the wing T is a lot of, you know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but you just grind. You get that first down. You extend your time on the field. You have control of everything. You know, you don't have to worry about punting it to an electric player back there or anything like that. If you can kind of control that stuff, like we said before, if you can run the ball and get a few yards on those runs, it really opens up a lot of other possibilities. Makes it less predictable on offense.
All right, and Marblehead will kick it away.
Nice kick.
Normal kick, fielded right in the end zone pretty much.
But did he call a fair catch?
No, you can't. I don't know.
I don't know.
So I guess a new rule is if it's in the end zone, you can't return it.
Oh, okay. I did not realize that. That's an interesting rule. You know, it's all about
safety
and protecting
so the
kids
less
from collisions.
Exactly. So the less times that you can do kick returns, the more safe it is.
Yeah.
All right. So here it is. Panthers needing a better start than what they've gotten onto the last couple of games, and Kessel in this offense ready to go. Kessel back to throw first.
Throwing deep. Julius Galante
throws one up, incomplete. Galante the intended target. So it'll be second down. I kind of like the call a little bit, though. I mean, we do talk about wanting to get positive yardage, though, on first down. But to at least stretch the defense out early, you know, should help things a bit. because we've seen how congested opposing defenses do get against the Panthers, bringing those safeties up in the box.
Yeah, the idea is to try to surprise them, but Cam Quigley was over there with the coverage.
And they'll go back to the ground.
A fumble.
Oh, no, the ball hits the ground. Fumble, and it's Marblehead football.
So we were talking about the start, and that is pretty much the way you don't want to start. So
That's back-to-back weeks, I believe, that the Panthers are starting with a turnover. So this Panther defense that was asked to save things so many times last week is once again going to have to get leaned on. Handoff by Marblehead, run up the middle. There's going to be not much there. Talk about the Marblehead offense. You're going to see some different things today, aren't you? Using two different quarterbacks.
yeah, they've employed a 2-quarterback offense for the most part. They go no huddle, so it's hard to keep track of what's going on. Number 12, Finn Gallup, is the quarterback in there right now. He and
Throws quick
Colt
throw
Wales
to
are
the
the two
boundary.
QBs.
Oh, stops.
missed tackle.
That pass was to Andy Palmer.
Palmer, who's the one we said came back after missing some time. He played in the first game against Bishop Fenwick, but then he didn't play any after that. So he's keep an eye on him. They got a couple other players. Crew Monaco.
3rd and 5.
Ryan Comos. And
Run to the outside, hits that outside in for a touch. Yeah, it is.
yeah, that's a touchdown.
He lost the
That's,
football, but he lost the football well after he was already in the end zone.
Yeah, that was Brady Salvis with the touchdown there. He was right before I was going to say keep an eye out for him and Brooks Keefe.
Funny how
in the
that
running
works.
game.
So Marblehead gets the early turnover from the Panthers and wastes no time in capitalizing. Now just trying to tack on the extra point.
Greg Matorney, who's another kid, I've seen his name kicking it.
Kick is up, kick
Missed it.
is no good.
All right, so that's a positive for Beverly.
Yeah. So it'll stay 6-0. But the Magicians capitalizing off the turnover points on the board right away, and 10:35 here still to go in the first quarter. The Panthers find themselves behind once again.
You know, we talked about Beverly been struggling on offense. They're averaging less than a touchdown a game. They're giving up about 24 points a game. But again, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the offense is the defense is
on
out
the
there
field
so often. You know, you give the other team opportunities to score.
I don't care what the final score was last week. I gave a lot of props to their defense.
Yep.
Their defense did make big stop time after time to at least try and keep that game close.
Yep.
The Panther defense has played pretty well.
But, you know, they've lost a couple of their big defensive players.
They have.
McCarron, who's one of, coming into the season was expected to be one of the better defensive players in the conference. Losing him is real big. Losing Plackens, too. And you could probably see them on the sidelines. Number 79, Jacob Plackens.
And that has been a big problem for the Panthers this year. They're just not completely healthy. Not just not healthy, a lot of big spots that they're just not healthy. They came into the year without the home run hitter in Sullivan.
Right. And, the other thing is those guys play both ways, too.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't just lose a good offensive player. You lost a good defensive player as well.
That one back into the end zone once again. No return. And the Panthers with the same field position. Again, trying to have a better drive this time.
The thing about that rule is at the high school level, kickoffs are some of the most exciting plays
I know.
in a game. So you're kind of almost taking that out.
I know.
Again,
And by
it's
the way,
a safety issue,
by the way, if you're struggling to put points on the board,
right, yeah.
guess I'll hand off. He got a little bit of room, pushes
that
forward.
was, Sean Costa right there.
Sean Costa, the man who got, I would say, the brunt of the workload last week on carries. Of course, in this wing tee, they'll spread the carries out quite a bit.
That's a 6-yard run for Sean Costa.
Kessel, quick throw, strike, and
Dropped.
he thought about running, I think, before he had secured the catch. Happens.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 now. And again, as we've talked about, important to keep getting consistent yardage to stay ahead of the chains. And unfortunately, they find themselves in a 3rd and long. The man in motion. Kessel going to keep it himself.
He's going
after
to
the
gain
fake
about a
handoff.
yard or so.
And he gets a yard, if that, and the Panthers will be forced to punt this football away.
Going to make it 4th and 8. Danny Pierce, 8 punt for Beverly.
Oh, it's a fake.
Oh.
Danny's got him wide open.
Hold on to the ball. Protect the ball now. Nice play. I like
Across
the
the
call.
50 to the 45, and just as you said,
Callan McKay.
Callan McKay, the man on the catch. Nice throw by Danny.
Danny Pierce with the pass to
And Hutton, with his team struggling, decides to roll the dice early. Oh, there's a flag on the play, though.
Ineligible man, maybe, or after the play. Nope, no flag.
No flag. Nice. So the play will stand. A huge play for the Beverly Panthers. So with Hutton, this team struggling to getting consistent yardage. We've talked about the struggles on offense. Already had a disastrous start. Decides to roll the dice backed up deep in his own territory, and it pays off.
All right, so let's see what happens. Nice play right there, Cal McKay, a sophomore, getting some action out there.
And a nice running room there. Cross for a first down.
Jaden Santos.
Santos, the ball carrier.
Santos finding some running room there, and you get some momentum, you get some confidence, you get some rhythm. It's amazing what that can do.
Panthers first down.
Oh, false start. Either a false start or delay a game.
I think it was a false start.
And you have to avoid those kind of mistakes too when you're trying to grind things out. There's a big difference between 1st and 10 and 1st and 15. You know.
Danny's the JV quarterback, so he's well versed in throwing passes too.
Yeah. So Pierce is a quarterback, right? The punter there. So as we heard from Matt Reardon, it's not unusual for him to throw a ball.
No. Well, he said he's the JV quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty,
Okay, so they gained 4 on that.
close to the original line of scrimmage.
Actually, probably about 3.
I believe that was Santos again on the carry. So back-to-back carries for Jaden. It'll be
Santos makes it 2nd down and 11.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 now.
So Matt Reardon gives him 4 yards on the play.
From the Marblehead 31.
I think it's a little bit more than 11, but we're splitting hairs at this time.
I know. Kessel back to throw. Pressure in his face. That ball knocked down.
Oh, boy. They had a screen going, too. And
I
if
know.
you look at the number of black jerseys and the number of
I know,
white jerseys, they had a play going there.
It was set up, but big man coming right down on Kessel. There was just no lane for him to get around it.
Yeah, I think that was Wilson Bullard, number 64, I think, made that play.
So a 3rd and long. Don't got to get it all back here. This is clearly 4-down
Definitely
territory.
4 down. I was just going to say that, too.
So don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if they still go to the ground.
Oh, reverse.
Yeah,
And pick up a yard on the play, probably.
about that. Daniel Conant, the man on the carry, picks up 1, and no problems with running the ball there when it's 4-down territory, but you are hoping to get a little bit more.
No gain on the play, makes it 4th and 11.
Oh, they're going to punt.
Interesting.
So the
They're trying to
Panthers
pin him down.
electing to punt.
There's nobody there either, so.
No. Well, they're not going to let him fake him out twice.
Yeah. Hung
Danny
that up
Pierce.
there if we get the right bounce.
Oh,
and
no.
They couldn't get it. So you really only pick up about
10 yards.
10, yeah.
So Hutton
15
there
maybe.
trying to take a big advantage in the field position game, trying to pin the Magician offense way back, and it just did not quite work out. His punt hung up there a long time.
I know.
It looked like it was gonna, but as you mentioned, this is football. It's not baseball. You have no idea how that ball is going to bounce, and just the wrong kind of bounce for Beverly.
You know, I like to see, and you don't see it enough in the NFL and college, the coffin corner. Just kick to the corner.
Is this Wales now at quarterback?
Yep.
Hands off up the middle, short gain.
That's Selvis, I believe. Yep.
Yep, Selvis again on the carry.
About a yard.
Selvis, the ball carrier for Marblehead, tackled by Benjamin Herring.
Yeah, so this is a straight 2-quarterback alternate situation, right? It's interesting when teams do that. You wonder, you know, is it that we got 2 guys who are really good, so we're just going to give them playing time, or try to figure out who has the hot hand after a couple of series? You know.
It'd be interesting to see why. That was Brady Selvis once again on that carry.
Selvis with the carry.
3rd and 1.
It feels like a long one, though.
Yeah.
3rd and short. Handoff again. A lot of running room before he's finally spun down. Near the 40, but it's a 1st down and then plenty more.
That was Brooks Keefe with the carry.
As you mentioned, that 2-headed monster, that running back, it's going to be today, Selvis and Keefe.
So it looks like Marblehead looking to kind of grind it down a little bit.
Yeah. Man in motion makes trips to one side. Looking to throw.
They got to him. Nice play there by Quiet Tech.
Keefe, the intended target. As you mentioned, it was Quiet Tech there providing the pressure.
You know, we were talking about Quiet Tech before the game, you know, how he plays all over the field. Wore a different number earlier in the season.
Yes.
Yeah, so when they decided to use him as an offensive lineman, they had to change his number. So sometimes he's out there like playing a cornerback position. You see number 57, you're thinking it's like 1958. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Wales, the quarterback, as we've mentioned on this drive. Hands off, trying to find some room. He does. He's found a lot of room. He's near the 40 before he's finally brought down. Ball pops out, but he was down. And that was the wide receiver, Palmer. And talk about getting the ball in your playmaker's hands however you can. And that time, just a handoff.
Yeah, about 22-yard scamper there.
22 yards on the jet sweep. So Marblehead now in Beverly territory.
Oh, the keeper.
Keeper there.
Okay, so that's Gallup. He fumbled it.
Hey, Gallup loses the football.
I think Marblehead got the ball back.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was
It
Gallup.
feels like that's just how things have gone for the Panthers this year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Get a big play maybe, a turnover, ball hits the ground, Marblehead falls right back on it. Keeper again for Gallup, unperturbed after the fumble before. Still on his feet.
Oh, no, he's still going.
I can't believe he got away from that.
Tackled by Logan Gomez over there.
Gomez, as you said on the tackle, just how close did he get?
About the 3-yard line, so that was about a 35-yard
Yeah.
run.
1st and goal
So first and goal.
Another keeper by Gallup.
Gallup just going to keep it himself again. Oh,
Yeah, but he's in.
awkward.
Got tackled hard.
Awkward tackle, but he's fine. He's all right. And it's a Marblehead touchdown.
So Gallup pretty much with most of the offense in the last 3 plays.
Yeah, Palmer had a big run, but other than that,
Yeah,
it was
that's
Gallup
right, yeah,
keeping
yeah.
it himself. They got a hand on it?
It's a weird rotation for
I feel like they got a hand on it, but not that it mattered as the kick goes through, and it's 13-0 Magicians.
So Marblehead really kind of needs the next couple of games. They're ranked number 15 in Division 4.
We got Coach Tom Donovan with us right now.
Donovan's in the house. Tommy trying to get some information from us. So as I said, Marblehead ranked number 15 in Division 4. But according to the sports guru Phil Stacy, that you cannot play in the tournament if you have 5 losses or more.
Oh, okay.
Unlike some of these other tournaments, they pretty much want you to have a close to a winning record anyway. So they're 1-4, so they have to win the next couple of games.
Yes.
If you get to that 5-loss mark, I guess you don't play.
Okay.
That's according to Phil Stacy, and I trust Phil on sports. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So they're going to win this one. They play Danvers, I think, next week.
They
or
do
the
play
week
Danvers
after.
next week.
Beverly coming in ranked number 20 in Division 2. But they've already got 5 losses. A little confusion there from
Yeah,
the
I
two.
know, right? Panther's going to get a return at least, trying to make something happen, but he is
That was
stuck down near the 18.
Darius Moore. With a
More,
carry.
a little gimpy after that, too.
Yeah. Gets to about the 13, 14 yard line. Right? Is that? Or am I getting? No, I'm sorry. 18 yard line.
All right, so ball on the 18.
Or 19.
Panthers needing to respond here on offense. Down 2 scores. It's going to be a handoff, a little bit of room. Bounces it back
Costa.
on the inside, Costa. What was that, 3?
4, maybe?
Maybe 4?
Yeah, I think it was about 4.
All right. Well, that's, as we've talked about, positive starts.
Yeah.
Good gains on first down. You got to stay ahead of those chains. And nice 4-yard carry there on first down. That's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, if you can get into third down with like 2 or 3 yards to go, it's a whole lot easier. Makes it harder for the defense to predict what you're going to do, too.
2nd and 6. Kessel to throw.
Oh, he's
Nothing
got-
there originally. Then he finds his man. Complete for a short gain.
That's number 10, Liam Timpone. Looks like he got hurt on that. Didn't get the first down, though.
No.
I thought they had a first down on that. Timpone's not getting up.
No, he's not. He's slowly getting up.
You know, I kind of like that kind of pass for Kessel. Get him out of the box a little bit. Get himself a nice safe pass to throw.
Did he get tackled on the ball?
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, kind of looks like he got the wind knocked out of him.
Okay, so we're going to see Cal McKay into the game, as well as
So as you just mentioned, though, staying ahead of those chains, and now you have a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
A lot easier. Let's see what the Panthers elect to do here.
They're bunching things up. Kessel not going straight ahead, which is nice. Nice play. You know, a little hesitation. Found a seam. Gets himself a first down.
He does. And it'll be a Panther first down.
Kessel's a pretty good athlete. He's got a nice arm on him, but he also runs pretty well. You know, and Sometimes you want to see him maybe get to the outside on some of those pass plays. Gives him a little bit more time.
Panthers with a fresh set of down here with the ball on their own 30. Handoff again, trying to find some room.
Really had nowhere to go on that.
Yeah, trying to get him to the outside, and as you mentioned, there really was nothing there for Costa.
Running it to the short side of the field and couldn't get really outside on that. Second and 11, he lost a yard.
Approaching under the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Is that reverse? Kessel
There's
making
that
a nice
reverse.
block on that play.
Kessel with a nice block, frees up space, and there's a decent yardage there
Gregory White, number 8.
for Gregory White. A guy you'll see his name a little bit more now, getting some carries with the loss of McCarron.
8 yards carry by White is going to make it 3rd
Adds
down.
White now into the rotation.
8 yards on that carry. 3rd and 3 again, a shorter distance. You got one-on-one up top of the screen there, but they're going to run the ball the opposite
Going to run
side.
the ball
Costa
again.
not going to get it.
Costa trying to find some room, did not find much. Did he gain a yard?
I think he gained a yard, yes.
Yeah.
So it's about 2.
So it'll be
short.
4th and
A
2.
little under 2. They're going to bring out the punt team.
I'm surprised a little bit. I
You know,
get it.
the
I know
ball's,
if you
you know.
don't make it, the game might, be out of reach.
Yeah.
But
Oh, we got a penalty there. A timeout
yeah,
by Marblehead. I think that the motion there may have startled Marblehead a little bit, thinking they might be faking something. Now's the time you run that fake, right?
yes. You already ran one today, though. It's hard to catch a team a second time.
I know. Probably your special teams coach if you beat him twice on that, right?
Right? But the 4th and 2, ball on the 38, 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. And you're not, you weren't surprised at all that they're punting this away?
Not really. I would have liked to see him go for it. It kind of tells your offense, we got some trust in you. Also, it tells your defense, hey, if we don't get it, go ahead. We trust you guys too.
Yeah.
But it's tough. Still early in the game. It's
It
a
is.
13-point lead. Like you said, you don't want to not get it. Now the momentum swings
Yes.
and, may lead to some points there. So
The Marblehead, for the offense, though, for the Panthers right there, picking up a couple of first downs, at least giving the defense some moment to breathe.
now Beverly's in an offensive set.
I
with
know.
The wideouts there. Still going to kick it.
Still going to kick it.
Nice kick.
Punt is away. Fair caught at about the 33.
Maybe he's kind of hoping the guy will drop the ball or something, muff it. But
The David Pierce punt is taken in by Andy Palmer.
yeah, like you said, Dom, we haven't seen Considine in the offensive side of things yet.
Marblehead will take out 1st and 10 on their own 34, 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Beverly's still struggling with that offense.
Let's see what the Marblehead offensive possession looks like this time.
Yeah,
There was a lot of Finn keeping it himself. They also got Palmer involved, shotgun,
Yeah,
4
Wales
wide
out
receiver
there.
set.
So that Wales out there. with
Wales
the
out there
keeper.
running. So it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, they're both going to run.
Yeah, looks like he got a first down on that.
He did.
Wales with the keeper. Tackled by Liam Timpone.
Tim Pone, the man on the tackle. But not before Wales picks up 10 yards.
Got a trip set over here.
That trip set to our side.
And the give.
Give
There goes Selvis.
Selvis down the
Oh,
sideline before he's finally brought down. It looked like he was going to completely break that.
That's a 20-yard gain right there.
But either way, as you said, he kind of did break one because it's a 20-yard gain for the Magicians, and they're back in Panther territory.
Taken down by Alexander Marquez, but that's good for Marblehead first
That's the
down.
end of the quarter.
And that's the Eagles' first
And
down.
that will do it for the first quarter, and it's a first quarter that was all Marblehead as we go into the second right now with the Magicians in front, 13-0.
So pretty much what we've seen is what we've seen most of the game so far. The Panthers having trouble on offense, giving up early scores, getting down quick in the first quarter.
Yeah. And now, talked about bad starts, things like that. And first offensive possession, turnover,
Yeah.
puts you behind the 8 ball right away.
Yeah, ball security is always an important, you hear coaches all the time talking about ball security. And we actually saw Marblehead had a fumble, but they were able to recover it. That could have changed things quite a bit because they went down and they scored 2 plays later.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, as you mentioned, when it rains, it pours, and it just seems like it's been that sort of season so far for the Panthers. On the verge of catching the break that you need, and ball just bounces right back to the opponent. And here we are, Panthers down 2 scores. Defense trying to make a stand, as it did so often last week, to let them hang around as long as they could. All right, Marblehead with the ball at the Panther 36.
One of the things we talked about is how Beverly runs so many players 2 ways. How in the second half,
They're going to continue this, by the way, with the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, that almost looked like an option. But I don't think he was going to pitch it. I think it was a straight keeper, but. And that was Gallup with the carry.
Yes, it was.
Picked up 3. And now it's Wales out there.
Oh, yeah, it is Wales.
And they're in a huddle now. So before they weren't in the huddle.
You don't know what to expect here with this team.
No, yeah. Coach Rudloff.
Quarterback coming in the middle of the
A lot of
series.
stuff going on, yeah.
Wales to throw.
Constantine
Escapes
was there.
on
just
the
tripped
run.
over
Going to
a
keep
guy.
moving before he's finally pushed out of bounds. Short gain on the play.
Constantine was there. He just tripped over the guy he ran over. So unfortunately for him. It's good blocking technique. Just let the guy run you over and he falls over you.
You got to be careful with that strategy, because if you do it wrong, you'll get called for tripping.
Yeah, I know, right.
Seen that a couple of times. See that with that that great, dominant Patriots offensive line that we've seen this year.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes you just got to trip somebody to make the block. Give it to
Another kick.
Wales going to
Wow.
keep it himself.
Wales
He's got so much running room
Showing
across
a lot
the
of
10.
speed there. And
Gets to that pylon,
That's a
and it's a
touchdown.
Marblehead touchdown. Once again, the quarterback run, the thing that is gashing the Panthers, just as it did the drive before that. And you're so focused on the wide receiver in motion, especially when it's someone as dangerous as Palmer.
Yeah, that was he really went into an extra gear on that play.
Yes. It's tough to tell which one is the thrower and which one's the runner.
They're pretty much the same player.
I know.
When you see, and they both have had long runs of over 30 yards.
Wales might have a little more like straight ahead speed though.
Yeah,
He did, as you mentioned on that run. It didn't seem like he hit another gear.
I know. Missed another one. Nobody.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Kick is up and good, and the Magicians 3-score lead now with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, not using any tricks or anything. They just run the ball.
Yeah.
No magic involved in that.
Yeah, the misdirection of Palmer at least gives the defense something to think about. But it's been pretty standard quarterback run here.
Yeah,
and you gain that extra blocker. And
yeah, it's not anything you haven't seen on film.
No.
You know. The execution on the line has been really the key. That touchdown, there really wasn't anybody near him.
I know.
they opened up that hole, and he just ran straight ahead.
Indeed.
Today is Beverly Youth Football Appreciation Day. That's why you see pretty much the entire program, the youth football program down here. You may not be able to see it with the cameras, but the hill is filled with young Panthers-to-be. They were giving away pizza to the kids earlier today.
That's always great.
Yeah.
There's nothing ever wrong with free pizza.
No. Even if it's bad, it's still good.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually it's one of those things that can be bad, but it's still pizza.
Right.
It's still okay. It's fine.
All right, we're going to get a return here.
Hopefully.
Conan. Ooh,
I thought his knee touched the ground too, but I guess
got some
not.
room.
Conan's got some room.
No flag.
He's got more.
Yes,
There's a flag.
Yep.
He's thrown down near midfield, but there's a flag back at that 35, so this one's probably coming back.
Speaking of flags, I want to throw a flag on all those people holding political signs out in front of the stadium. I'm not going to get political talking about who to vote for or anything. That's up to you. But tell your supporters to get out of the way. They're in the way.
There's no parking. They take the parking
Phil
spots.
Stacy agrees with me. I'm trying to turn into the stadium. They're in front of the entrance. Yeah.
They also take the parking spots.
Yeah, well, and they're also out in the streets. You're driving that corner at Herd Stadium, not that people should be coming around that corner fast, but people do. And, as they're out waving their banners or whatever, they're in the way. They were down there in Cabot Street last week getting in the way.
Were they really?
Mm-hmm. In the street, I mean,
Wow.
Hey, hold up your sign, civic duty and all that. I love it. But get out of the way. That's just my PSA today, folks. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that out there.
You're forgetting the fact they take the parking spots, too.
Yeah, that bugs me, They should be parking on the street. That parking lot here at Herd Stadium is for the people who are working here and such. Couple more weeks, we don't have to worry about it.
So this flag, let's see how far it's going to walk him
Yeah,
back.
it took a while to figure out what the call was.
I know, right? All
But
right.
you could see that flag coming.
I know.
I thought there was going to be one at about the 20-yard line.
I did too. That was the first one that I thought there was going to be.
And just as we were saying, no flag,
I know.
we saw another play.
All right, it's a ball to 26. Kessel to throw.
Oh, he's got him,
Kessel's got him wide open. That's Gregory
move.
White.
One
Makes
move.
that man miss. Across
on
the
to it,
40.
Greg.
Across
Nice
the
play
30
right
before
there.
he's
Okay.
finally brought down at about the 28. But a big play for the Panthers, and that's just what they needed. Play fake. Gregory White got behind the defense, and Kessel found him. And then Gregory stuck his foot in the ground, made a man miss, and picked up even more yardage on top of it.
Yeah.
And there's a nice shot in the arm.
A 45-yard play or so.
Kessel to throw again.
Oh,
No.
Number 19, the safety, did not bite on the fake. 18, I think that is. Number 18. Crew Monaco. So you get the momentum shift one way, and then it shifts right back the other way. Yeah, Monaco didn't bite on that little hitch and go at all. He was waiting on that. I think that pass needs to get more to the outside as well. There are a lot of white jerseys over there. All right, Beverly needs to make a stop here. Maybe get it ball back with some field position. Can't see who was that with the carry. At number 29.
Jack Marinelli,
Keith.
the ball carrier, tripped up by Brian Kessel.
Picked up 2.
Second and 8 from the 6-yard line.
Yeah, they had that big play, and then they decided to take another shot. And again, Monaco making a really nice play out there. Sniffed it out. A little pass up the middle. Uh-oh. Now it's a matter of speed.
Jeez. Across
Conan
the 40,
might
cast the
not
20.
gonna get to him. Boy, that's a big, big play. 94 yards or so.
Same thing happened to the Panthers last week as well. Wasn't on a turnover. They had just pushed them back just by a punt. Thought you're going to win the field position game, and then a breakdown on defense allowed a 90-plus yard score. And same thing haunts them here.
That was Chris DeWitt, one of the captains on the team, with a 94 yards, and that was that Wales who made that throw?
Guys, you see who threw the pass? 1202.
I'm trying to figure that out. Looking at, I don't know. I think it was 2 Wales. I think. Yeah, the guys upstairs might have been able to figure it out. We actually have replay, but we don't have it in the booth, but they can see it in the box.
Extra point is good, making it 27-0.
Looking at the reaction over on the side, I'm trying to figure it out.
See who threw the pass? 1202. I know they're switching. All right. Thanks. This is the end of the update.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and look at that one later on.
Let me text the Marblehead OC. I knew as soon as there was no way. I'll text the offensive coordinators at the stands up there.
That's a backbreaker right there.
It really is.
Beverly had that big 45-yard play, and then they turn it over, and then a 94-yard play. And that was a slant right across the middle, and it was wide open. There was no safety there. And
Is that in? That counts as in the end zone?
I think if your foot is in the end zone, yeah.
That's killing the Panthers
I
too,
know, yeah.
because I mean it came back, but you saw them almost bust a big play on that.
Yeah.
When you're struggling offensively, sometimes special teams can be a huge spark, and unfortunately they can't even get that attempt off really.
Yeah, and that's a new weapon, right? Is to have a kicker who can prevent that play. Costa grinding it out. Costa for about 8 on that play. Costa's got 5 runs on the day, but he's been running the ball pretty good. Running hard. He's only a sophomore.
8-yard carry means it's 2nd down and 2.
And nothing on that play. Actually, I think they lost a yard. That was Santos with the carry. He's getting up slow.
Santos, the ball carrier.
Just over 8 minutes now. Panthers really kind of hoping to get some points on the board here.
All right, Kessel to throw,
Gets outside.
moving.
Gonna run with it.
Kessel going to keep it himself and slide down.
Depending on where they call that slide. Okay, they give him the first down.
Did they?
Yep.
Okay. I thought that might have been generous.
I did too. It looked like he started a slide before that.
Yeah,
I don't know how it is in high school, but if that was the NFL, it'd be about a yard short. Kessel going back to get the play. I like that play right there. You know, give Brian a chance to. I mean, I know it was a pass play. There was nothing there. He did the right thing and tuck it and run. Fumbled, and they're going to recover it. Beverly's going to have the ball. They tried that reverse. That was White with the carry. Loss of 5. Again, the Panthers just having trouble piecing some positive plays together. Quick pass, gets a little block. Okay, get some moves. All right, picked up a good chunk right there.
Brian Kessel passes complete to Shane Callahan.
Picked up about 13 on that. 14.
It's a 3rd down and 3.
All right, I didn't see who ran that one, Don. Did you?
I did not.
I was writing down some stats. Didn't really gain much. 4th and 3. We're going to see another punt here.
So Panthers forced the punt again.
He's
Jeez, that
gonna
was
get a
almost
roll,
a disaster.
though. He's going to get himself a
Beautiful
roll,
bounce. At least going to take it all the way down to the 20.
though. Yeah.
Nice punt and a beautiful bounce, as you mentioned.
45-yard punt for Danny Pierce.
Danny Pierce, the highlight of the day so far
Yeah,
for the
I know.
Panthers. Made a beautiful pass for a big chunk of yardage on a fake. Nice punt there.
Yeah, Danny Pierce looking like the MVP so far, player of the game so far. 5:24 left to go. Panthers down 27. Marblehead can put it up.
Wales, quick throw.
Nothing.
Nothing there. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Screen pass goes for nothing.
There'll be a loss of yards there.
Yes, passes complete.
That was
Scott Quiet
Kamos.
tackle for Beverly.
Wales with the pass.
Have not seen Marblehead go to the air much today at all. We know they can, but they haven't needed to.
Right.
The loss of 4 on the Quiet Tech tackle.
This Quiet Tech's name getting called again.
Makes it 2nd down and 14.
Kind of like Matthew Judon, but with pink sleeves instead of red sleeves. All right, Quiet Tech there again.
A
little help from,
again on the tackle for Beverly.
Herring. I think that was. Herring had the penetration on that play.
It'll be a 3rd and 12 from the 19.
3rd and long here. Panthers looking to make a stop. They need a stop here, if for no other reason to get some positivity. They haven't really been able to stop the Marblehead offense. Got a trip set. And we're going to get a penalty. But, okay. Illegal motion there on Marblehead. That'll make it 3rd and 17. Do we think we're going to see a pass here, Dom, or are they just going to go with the safe run?
I think they'll throw it. I don't see any reason why not.
throw deep.
I mean, I guess you don't want a turnover, but you tell your quarterback. I mean, these are both. I mean, I guess Finn is a sophomore, but is Wales? Wales is an upperclassman, isn't he? He's a junior.
Yep.
You know, you just tell him be
All
safe,
well, they're
right?
throwing. He's throwing over there, and nobody's there.
Nothing
Little
there.
Miscommunication. Wide receivers going long.
Mm-hmm.
Wales was thinking he was going to the markers.
Yeah.
Relatively safe pass, though.
Mm-hmm.
Closest player was a Beverly player. But.
Yeah.
All right.
When you got the cushion like that, though, I mean, you can be aggressive.
Sure. So you get Darius Moore back there to return.
Also, even if, like, no matter what, Beverly's going to get decent field position for this drive.
Yeah. Torney's got a good leg. Nice punt. Hangs it up there.
Bounces at the
He's gonna give himself a
45.
roll.
Going to continue to roll. Going to stop just shy of that 35. So the Panthers will start with the ball at their own 36 with 2:56 to go. Trying to put some points up on the board at least before half.
You know, it's funny. When I was watching Moore go back there, I was wondering, you know, I thought he was a little deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the plan was just get back there and don't mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, just let this guy kick and we'll just take it at the 35-yard line and get some decent field position with just under 3 minutes to go.
Kessel
Throw it out
throwing
of
it
bounds.
away. That's unfortunate because Timpone had gotten free.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kessel was trying to get it to Timpone or if he was just throwing it away.
I think he was just trying to get it out of there.
I think he was too. I don't think that was an intended target.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that near it, Liam had broken free.
All right, so we got 2nd and 10, 2:51. There's Costa, cuts
There's
it up.
Costa. Big collision, bounces off a bit, but
Running
that
hard.
guy stays right with him and wraps him up.
Yeah, Bodie Smith with the big hit and tackle right there. Picked up 2 yards.
Now the decision time is, are you running it just to keep the clock moving?
Yeah.
To try and just not make it so Marblehead has all day when they get the ball back?
I think, a play that might kind of serve two purposes. Maybe get Kessel out of the box.
Yeah.
Out
Give him
to
that
the
option.
wide side of the field. Then he can maybe run.
Or throw if
Or
it's there
throw it.
for him. Exactly
go.
what he did.
Okay.
Oh,
now go
no,
the other
pressure
way.
comes from the opposite way.
Looking for
Kessel
someone.
directing traffic.
got a
Kessel
man.
puts it up. He's got him wide open.
Go on.
Caught
with
at the 40.
catch. Okay, nice play there. 23 yards. Nice play by Kessel, waving Galante over.
Yeah. That's the
Oh,
second
I'm sorry,
time.
that's I think I got the name wrong. I think that was Shane Callahan,
Yeah, it was Callahan.
number 19. Yeah.
So Callahan, the man that had gotten free, nice job by Kessel. He was going to roll the opposite way, and pressure got in his face, came back the other, and as you mentioned, he was directing some traffic there.
Yeah.
People did the
Oh,
right
there's a
thing, came
hold
back
on
to the ball,
that play,
screen
but-
set up.
Oh,
Santos.
nice hands by Santos. Ball was almost at the ground, and he held on to it.
Yeah.
Okay, now Beverly going to call a timeout. That's about a 9-yard play.
9-yard connection is going to make it 2nd down and 1.
Clock's still going. I thought they called the timeout, but they didn't. Santos breaks a tackle, breaks another one. There's a lot of players there. He gets the first down, though.
That's going to be good for the Panthers. 1st down.
All right, clock's still running, though, as they move. The clock stops to move the chains, but they now we're going to get a timeout from Beverly with about a minute to go.
Timeout, Beverly.
All right, Beverly moving the ball a little bit. You know, you see Kessel getting out of the box can make some plays.
Yeah.
Becomes a little bit more like the playground thing, but sometimes that works. Danny Pierce getting ready for a possible field goal. All right, Beverly still has 2 more timeouts. So they can use the middle of the field if they want.
Yeah. As long as you have 2 timeouts, the whole field is open.
Yeah.
This would be so big. Not
Yeah.
just for this game, but just at least some confidence to
Yeah.
be able to get a score here going into half.
Well, like we said, they've been having trouble putting points on the board. They're averaging less than a touchdown a game. So if you can, get a touchdown here, then you're thinking, okay, let's get a few more points on the board and let's, get this offense running again.
Mm.
All right, so we got 1st and 10. Ball's at the 27. Right? Yeah, 27-yard line. Kessel getting outside.
Yeah, Kessel getting
Gets a
outside,
nice
looking
block.
to throw. Someone bearing down. I don't know if he was out of bounds or not. He was.
Yeah, I don't think they would have gained any yards in the play.
No.
Actually stopped the clock.
It is? Yep. Good man.
So it's 2nd down and 10.
All right, so 2nd and 10 now, 51 seconds. And as you mentioned, Panthers still having 2 timeouts.
Yep. There he
How about-
is.
Oh!
Big hit,
Big shot,
but he held on to it.
but
There's
Jack
Considine.
Considine,
For about 20, I'll give him on that.
that's what he is. He's a big, strong target in the middle of the field there. Come down with the ball and take a shot. Oh, that's a horse collar, isn't it?
Guess not.
Okay.
Guess not. I'm going to get a timeout here.
Penalties are only penalties when you get caught.
Yep. So we finally got a chance to call Considine's number on offense, and he took a shot.
He did.
He got right up from it, though.
Yeah. Well, he's a big guy, and as I said, he's a big body in the middle of that field.
Yeah.
You can feel confident that he'll get that ball, he'll hold on no matter what else is around him. And
Who
He
who
did
had
just
that last?
that.
Who had that last carry?
I thought it was Costa.
Was it the carry?
Or maybe it was
The
Hubbard,
last one?
actually.
Okay.
Might have been Hubbard.
Okay. I was
No, I know.
marking something down, and I look up, and you're saying it was a horse collar. So.
Oh, did you? Okay, that is Costa.
Okay, so it
then.
was Costa. So we got 2 yards on that. Get a little help from the guys in the booth.
Thank you. Oh, so you didn't actually see it then? No.
I did not,
Oh, okay,
no.
okay.
That's why all I could say was, I guess not, because I didn't see a flag. So they went to that no huddle.
as I said,
I'm
though,
so used to
as I
the
s-
quarterback running over to get the play.
I know. As I said, though, if even if you did watch it and thought the same thing, penalties are only penalties when they're called.
That's right.
It's not a flag.
Oh, the keeper.
Ooh.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, we'll get a player down. We're going to get an injury timeout because it's late in the game, late in the half.
Don't tell me that's Considine.
No, it's one of the offensive
Okay,
linemen.
yeah.
Beverly would have been calling a timeout anyway.
Yes, they would have.
That number 62, Connor LaCall or Logan Gomez, I can't tell. And he got about halfway across the field before anybody decided to help him off the field.
I know.
That's Connor LaCall.
Is it?
Yep, 62.
Kind of the last thing the Panthers need is more injuries,
Yeah,
especially on the line.
right.
I mean, I believe Quietek was asked to play center last week quite a bit.
Yeah, and he was not an offensive lineman to start the season.
No, he was not. It's been a lot of patchwork
Yeah.
for the Panthers.
All right, so we got a 3rd down from about the 4-yard line. Panthers still have a timeout, I believe. 21 seconds. So They can pass or run here. They're bunched up, looking like they're going to run. Kessel going to, a little jump pass.
Jump pass, got it, touchdown.
Looking like Tim Tebow right there to Cal McKay for the touchdown.
Cal McKay, second time we've called his name today. And the Panthers get the touchdown, much needed, shortly here before half.
Cal's grandfather, Ed Armstrong, at home watching, I believe. Happy to see his grandson scoring a touchdown there.
Yeah.
And I can pretty much hear Cal's mother, Amy, screaming and cheering from where I'm at. Cal's going to be, I think, a big part of the baseball team this year. He's a lefty pitcher. Whoop, fire. Okay, got to throw it.
Gonna have to throw it now.
And
throws it up and incomplete.
Not much can do on a play like that.
No.
It was Cole Fowler trying to make a play. My one career pass, Dom, was a play like that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
You were the holder?
Yes.
No?
I was not a quarterback. I was a wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
But because I could catch the ball, they used me as a holder.
Now, did you drop it or was it a bad snap?
It was, we were beating Winthrop pretty handily. We got in the huddle, and one of the captains said, let's run it. Let's run a pass.
Oh, okay. No.
So we just
Did you guys get in trouble for that?
No, because it just, we just made it seem like it wasn't a great snap. So, ball went incomplete. I actually got buried by the guy who tackled me.
Oh, nice.
It was fun. We had fun with it. You don't get to throw the ball much on plays like that, so.
I think it's funny that you guys faked it as if it was a mess up when you already had predetermined.
Well, it was one of the captains said, let's run the play. So I'm like, all right, that's good. That worked.
That's funny. Certainly don't think that was the case there.
No, not at all. That was definitely a snap issue.
Low line drive.
And picks it up.
Picks it up.
Still going.
He's still going. Dragging guys with him.
Goes down.
And I'm sure Marblehead will be pretty content up 27-6 and just knee this one.
Yeah, I believe so. 21-point lead at the half is usually a pretty solid lead for a team. But the Panthers able to get on the board on a play that we, you wonder how often they practice that play, right? Brian Castle looking like Tim Tebow on that play.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to take the knee.
And with that, that'll send us to halftime with Marblehead in front 27-6. Panthers, though, get some positive things going for them at the end of that half, going down the field and putting up the 6 there on the touchdown, finally getting it to, was it McHale?
McKay.
McKay.
McKay, yep.
Yeah. So let's talk quickly here about that first half, things that went wrong, and some of that positives there at the end.
Well, second play of the game, fumble at about the 20-yard line. That hurts, and then Marblehead was able to just push it in 2 plays. And Beverly just couldn't get their offense running, and Marblehead's offense was moving. We saw their first punt of the game with about 2 minutes left in the half.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But on the flip side, what helped them there on offense to get things going?
The Panthers?
Yeah.
I think they opened it up a little bit.
Yep.
Getting Kessel outside a little, allow him to use his athleticism to make a play. I think that's a big part of it. They're having trouble running between the tackles. And so, you want to try to get outside. And again, like I said, Kessel is a kid who can make plays if you get him outside or do whatever. Maybe Marblehead loosened up a little bit. But Beverly executed there. They made the blocks when they needed to.
Indeed. So we'll send you back out in just a few minutes to the second half. 27-6 here. Panthers trying to build on some positive momentum going into the second half here, though.
Band presents Rebellion, a musical tapestry of melody and message that shines a light on rock and roll's anti-authoritarian DNA. First up, a song to the infamous music video and confrontational rejection of conformity, and its writers one of the first explicit content labels in music history. Here now is Twisted Sister's 1984 hard rock classic, We're Not Gonna Take It. Staple tune from one of the most revered punk rock bands of all time. A song that addresses the censorship and banning of Western music by certain foreign countries, this 1982 cut was the only top 10 hit in America for this English band before their demise in 1985. From the album Combat Rock, here is Rock the Casbah by The Clash. Next up, we have a iconic track from the premier psychedelic rock band of the past 50 years. Though this is the only tune in this band's extensive catalog to ever reach #1 on the Billboard charts, it has enjoyed an enduring reputation as an anthemic protest song despite its incessant disco beat. From 1979's The Wall, we are pleased to present Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. our show today is a song by one of the most confrontational bands of the past 30 years. Though their most famous output hails from the 1990s, this 2005 cut still rings true with its against-the-grain approach of their earlier work. From the album With Teeth, here is 9 Inch Nails' The Hand That Feeds. The BHS Band Marching Band, everybody. This concludes today's performance. The band looks forward to playing for you again next weekend right here at Herd Stadium, where we'll perform our completed 2023 halftime show as part of our Senior Day celebration. Thank you to all your support of music education in Beverly Public Schools, and enjoy the second half.
All right, we're going to announce the winning 50-50 ticket number. Get your tickets out. The winning number is 198235. 198235. You can get your winnings by the snack shack. Looks like Mr. Placken seems pretty happy with the outcome. Danny Pierce to start the second half off, kicking off Marblehead.
I will introduce everyone
There we
back
go.
in.
Okay,
Oh,
now
wait, we can hear everything. We're good.
Okay, good. Okay.
That was the most unprofessional crash-in ever by me. But listen, after 2 times of doing it professionally, I can't do it a 3rd time professionally.
You know, Dom, you can only give so much.
You only give so much of yourself.
You can only put so much effort in.
27-6 the score here as we get ready to start the second half. Marblehead has the ball, has the lead. The Panthers, though, put a touchdown drive together to end the first half, something they desperately needed, and they'll look to build off of that here in the second half.
Wales with the keeper.
Here's the quarterback run game, which has just been slashing the Panthers all day long today. They have 2 touchdowns on quarterback runs, the Magicians. I think 1 by each quarterback, too.
Yeah, you are correct.
1 by Gallup and 1 by Wales.
Yep. And we found out that it was Gallup that threw that 94-yard touchdown pass.
Okay. Handoff. I believe that's Brady Keith.
Selvis, actually.
Oh, no, that one's Selvis. You're right. Keith's 29.
Pick up 2 for the first down. He's been the workhorse. Selvis. He had 5 carries in the first half for about 57 yards. 55 yards. The workhorse for Beverly was Sean Costa. He had 7 carries for 19 yards in the first half. There's Selvis again.
There is
outside.
Selvis. Burst of speed. Good run. Pickup of about 8. Maybe even 9. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, you'd imagine Marblehead's just going to give a steady diet of run.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even in the first half, I don't think they threw the ball that much. It's only a
they
handful
really
of
didn't.
times.
Yeah, they only threw it about 4 or 5 times. Now, that said, now would be a good time to take a shot downfield.
Yeah. You can see the Beverly secondary starting to creep up.
Oh, okay.
Quarterback
Make the
run
tackle.
again. Good tackle this time as they stop him.
Considine with the tackle for loss.
Gallup with the keeper. Jack Constantine with the tackle for Beverly.
Constantine, the big guy on defense for the most part. Provided some nice pressures last week, actually, against Danvers.
Had a big catch on that.
When
drive
another
right
quarterback
before the half.
run into the open
Well, we're
field.
gonna see
Flag is thrown, though,
We're
and
going to see
that
a
might bring
couple
it
of
back.
flags on
2
That'll bring it-
flags.
3 flags.
Oh, my gosh.
They emptied the laundry basket on that one. I'm thinking
I
you
wanna
might be
get-
seeing multiple calls here.
I know. Someone give me something. I need to throw something on. I need to get in on this action. They just started coming from all directions.
It was almost like, well, if you're going to call it, I'm going to call it too. All right, so we're going to march that off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the play over.
Yeah. So penalties on both sides.
Back, yep.
Offset, so they'll just have to run this whole thing again, and it'll be as if this ordeal never happened.
So we say chop block, and I think not familiar with that actually signal, but and personal foul, which I didn't actually see what it was. I did see the flag in that direction.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw the personal foul.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna-
the chop block was one guy, and then 2 people actually saw the personal fouls.
Yes.
All right, so we got 3rd and 2nd again.
No, I think 3 people saw the personal foul.
That's true, yeah. The 4th referee was like, yeah, I don't have to go. They got it. Oh, and he's going to get the first down. And we're going to see a player down. Quiet-Tech is down. He's not back up yet.
Not back up right away. Quiet does get up and goes right back to the huddle.
Didn't see who had the carry on that.
Well, they're going to take him out anyway, though.
Yeah. Who had the carry on that?
I did not see. I just heard it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll give it a Selvis not in the game, so I can't give it to him.
All right, ball at the Panther 45 now. Fakes
Tight
the
end.
run, throws. That's complete. Still trying to bring him down across the 30.
That's Chris DeWitt. He had that long touchdown on a similar kind of pass.
Chris DeWitt having a big game. He wasn't really one of the ones that I think that we came in here, you know, having highlighted, but having a big game.
Yeah, he's one of the captains. He just, you know, again, trying to find information was kind of hard.
Yeah.
So it was really guys from last week's game that we were able to get some information on. Oh,
To throw
down
again.
the
He's got his man
middle,
open, but over the wrong shoulder.
All right, a lot of people calling for something.
I know.
I think they're calling for interference, maybe.
I think
the
so.
defender may have grabbed him a little, but
It's hard to tell from over here.
the ball was on the other side of the receiver's shoulders, so
I mean,
it was
maybe
an
what-
uncatchable ball. I think.
Well, yeah, but maybe what they're saying is he was pushed in that direction before that anyway.
Yeah, I
Could be a
think it's,
hold before.
Yeah, I think it's just sometimes they
But
just
as we
call for
mentioned,
stuff.
they're not penalties unless they're called.
That's right.
So that's a good clean play
Yeah.
by the Panthers.
Right. And the keeper, again by Gallup, gets right behind a convoy. Number 11, number 52 making the blocks out there. Cam Waldman,
Also,
and
I'm
Scott Campbell. Campbell's
Also-
one of the captains.
I'm convinced now, especially in college and the NFL with the way the game's played, I'm convinced that good secondary play is just about how under the radar can you commit penalties.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because they get called all the time now.
I know.
3rd and 1. That's a give for the first down. That was Keefe with the carry.
The old Belichick thing that they did in the Super Bowl, made sure they wore the same colored gloves as the opposing team. And
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of mind games, especially the higher the level you get. Marblehead's offensive line has done a very nice job. You know, you look, that's a good size offensive line. As I mentioned before, number 52, Scott Campbell, he's a good sized kid playing on that tackle. And they've gotten right behind him quite a bit. It's easy for a runner to hide behind a guy.
hand off to Selvis.
Fumble, maybe?
Might have fumbled out of bounds.
Yeah. Selvis, what did he run for, about 7?
Yeah. It's so tough on the opposite hash marks to see exactly where
I
guys
know.
actually went out of
Yeah,
bounds.
you really just have to look at the markers and see what they do with it. 2nd and 2. So they can still get a first down, too.
That's always so big when you can pick
Yeah.
up a first down still before you get in.
QB keeper up the middle for a touchdown.
Well, just because you know it's coming does not mean you can stop it. Those
Yeah.
are two very different things, especially when it comes to running the football.
Yeah, and that was Gallup with another touchdown there.
So that is 3 quarterback run touchdowns.
It's hard to make a corny, hard to not make a corny joke with a name like Gallup.
I know. Charge.
All right, so you need a ball to kick. Nice throw, whoever just threw that in.
I know, right?
That's the best ball we've seen thrown all day.
I'm done being professional. Finn runs another one. I'm going to say Finn's galloping forward.
Well, that's my point. High snap.
Blocked.
And you can't return that stuff anymore.
Ah, that stinks.
You've just taken all the fun out of the game.
I was just about to say that. Can't return kicks in the end zone.
Can't do anything on an extra point afterwards. Can't run sleeper plays, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, my gosh. All right, 6:04 to go in Marblehead. After surrendering the touchdown to end the first half, waste no time in getting it right back and chewing up a good bit of clock.
You know, it seems like in the NFL, when the Patriots do something, it gets made illegal the next year.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, the Eagles just did it, though. Isn't that formation illegal? Now, they still do some variation of it.
Right, yeah.
But I think there's a specific thing that they did that year that is now illegal.
Right, yeah. But it seems like it's happened like 3 or 4 times when the Patriots have done it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then, you know, Jim Irsay cries about something and then it changes.
Yes. Irsay's a big one on that.
Speaking of Jim Irsay, he was in town recently in Boston.
Really?
He has a huge memorabilia collection and a band. He was at the Boston Garden with his memorabilia collection, and his band played, concert. From what
As
I
a Colts
heard,
fan, you know what? As a Colts fan, that's a good thing. You want him touring,
right?
Playing.
He's not involved in the
so
business.
he gets out of the,
that's good.
the football decision making.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, he's got a real nice coach over there right now in Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
So if he can just resist the urge to get involved, I actually think
they might be able to do something.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, and if they can convince Anthony Richardson to stop running.
Well, he has to run right now, though. He's just not polished enough as a thrower. He has to run.
Seems like he really probably shouldn't be starting as a quarterback right now.
No, I don't think he should
give him
be.
a season to figure it out.
And they have a really good backup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there you go.
There's a run by the Panthers, short gain.
Gardner Minshew is one of those guys that you'll see him 15 years from now, and he will have played on 8 different teams. All right, so that was Kessel with the keeper there.
I think this might be the best team so far. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He got to play on that Eagles team a couple of times last year.
Yeah.
Never mind. I take back what I said. He was 1-1.
But I think Minshew is one of those guys. If you invest some time in him,
no, I like Minshew.
He could be a good starting quarterback.
I mean, I hate Gardner Minshew this year because I've attempted to fade the Colts a couple of times, and then Gardner Minshew takes over.
Incomplete.
I think that hit the ground.
Quarterback got pummeled on that. So Kessel's out of the game. Made a mistake saying Kessel with the keeper, but it was actually Danny Pierce.
Oh, okay.
Who ran that the last time.
I wonder what that's about.
Maybe give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing some of your younger players out there right now. Kids will be back next year.
Yep. Danny to throw high, and oh man, that was almost.
It could have been disastrous.
That was almost a disaster.
Trying to run the screen just wasn't there.
And now it's 4th and 7 with the ball on the 23, and the Panthers likely will punt this football away.
Danny Pierce on to punt for Beverly.
What time is it right now? All right, 2:30. You got an hour here still before.
Nice punt. Gonna get a roll.
Got an hour here still before Oregon, Washington, and I'm telling you, everyone, Pats fans, you should watch Oregon, Washington today because there's a good chance that one of those two could be the Patriots' next quarterback.
Yeah.
Unless you really prescribe to the idea that they're going to be bad enough to have the 1st or 2nd pick, which I don't.
I'll tell you what.
I think they're bad.
I also think if the Patriots have the 1st-round pick, they're not drafting anybody. They're trading.
What?
They'd be trading that.
You don't think they're drafting a quarterback?
Yeah, well, yes, if Belichick is the coach at that point, which I think he's still going to be.
Oh, you're one of those.
I think he's a value. You can get a lot with that 1st-round pick.
Nah, I think it's over. You want to run it back with Mack another year?
Oh, I'm not saying Mack is your guy.
Oh, you go and find a veteran?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that.
They've got a good enough defense that if you have a good vet in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think if they're bad enough that they have a top 5 pick, I think they'll tell Belichick it's time, and I think they're going to look to start over.
So that was Selvis for about 5.
Well, if you prescribe to my school of thought, then you want to watch Oregon, Washington. If you're more on Rich Francis's school of thought, I guess you don't have to.
Well, I think you still watch anyway because I think it's going to be a good game.
Oh, it is going to be a great game. People here don't care that much about college football. Though.
No, especially West Coast football. But,
No.
Which is too bad because right now the West Coast has some pretty good football.
It's
going
the
on.
great irony that the Pac-12 is going away, and this is the best the conference has looked in, what, a decade and a half? Even the year that USC were amazing, the conference was still bad.
Right, yeah.
USC was amazing, but the conference was not good.
Right.
Quarterback keeper again.
And that's Wales going to pick up 5.
Wales with a 5-yard carry and a new set of downs.
Marblehead.
So like we said, we're starting to see some of the younger players getting sprinkled in there. It looks like a little confusion out there, but. And the give to Keefe. He's going to pick up 5. Again, you're probably not going to see any kind of passing unless you see a waggle that's going to be a little safer or something like that. Nothing too dicey.
No.
And Keefe again.
Keefe
He's
up the
tackled.
middle. Short gain.
Nice tackle right there by number 77, Mason Gomez. Gomez only a sophomore. We're seeing a lot of sophomores getting some action out there today. As we mentioned, Cal McKay, he's a sophomore. He's out there on defense. He's an outside linebacker right now. Had the 2 big offensive plays for Beverly. One was a fake punt. Yeah, there's a keeper.
There's a keeper again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. He's into the open field. He's down the sideline. And
McKay tracking him down, making the
just
tackle.
short.
Kept him out of the end zone.
Nice tackle by McKay. I thought he was gone.
Yeah, Wales showing some good speed there, but McKay showing some good speed catching up to him. Yeah, Wales, I believe, going over 100 yards running with that play right there.
Even 2-minute mark to go, and some confusion at the
That's
match
an
point, but it doesn't matter.
Interesting play right there. Number 29 never actually had the ball, so you couldn't consider him down.
No.
Wales just pulled the ball away from him, knocked him down. I was about to say he was tackled by his quarterback, and the quarterback kept the ball.
Wales blew it, though. He really did. We needed another touchdown by Gallup.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get a chance to
I know.
say, but whale of a game. How's that one for you?
I like it.
Okay.
I'll settle for that.
Okay.
Kick is up. Kick is good. And it's an even 40 for the Magicians now.
40-6. It's now a 34-point game, which means the clock will run after this kickoff. It'll be a running clock now. Which, the idea behind it is, you don't want to see it running up and all that, but it also prevents the team who's losing from being able to really get any more opportunities. So the Panthers will be back here next week against Swampscott. Another team that's going to come in running the spread, doing the same kind of stuff that we've seen by pretty much everybody they faced.
I expect Swampscott to throw the ball significantly more, though.
That's true.
Swampscott really runs not just a spread; they run it like a real air raid.
Yeah, they were really the first team in the NEC to do that offense back in the early 2000s with Kyle Beatrice and some of those other guys.
Since been
and
copied.
Everybody kind of followed suit with that.
Yeah.
Pretty much during, in the last 20 years, you've only seen 2 offenses. You've
Yeah.
seen wing tee and spread.
Yes.
That's it.
I still think the other ones are significantly different, though, because when I've watched, now I'm sure it matters on the quarterback if they have a more mobile guy. Most of the times I've seen Swampscott, they haven't had a great athlete at quarterback. They had a great thrower.
Yeah.
But either Marblehead comes in here, or when Lynn was here, they'd come in, they'd run that sweep, they do the option off it. Swampscott was true, just like run and shoot.
Run and shoot,
Just
exactly. They were, that
all over the
that
field.
was more like the run and shoot than what we see with the spread.
It has since Peabody kind of runs their offense a little bit like that now.
Yeah.
Especially when Lynch was there.
Right. All right, so Pierce back under center. He's probably going to stay there, and that's incomplete.
Incomplete. Tim Pone, the intended target.
Pierce pass intended for Capone, incomplete, makes it 2nd down and 10.
Now, I don't think they start the running clock until the 4th quarter. I thought it has to be a new quarter
Yeah,
for them to start that.
you might be right.
BHS does a somersault into the end zone, climbs the scoreboard.
I think it's 30 points in the 4th quarter. And maybe more than that in the 3rd quarter. I'm not sure.
Handoff up the middle. Good, nice few yards.
That was Costa with the run.
Ball carrier.
Okay, we're going to see Considine come out of the game.
4-yard gain, 3rd down and 6.
So 3rd and 6 from the 24.
Considine's been out there a lot of this game.
He has.
So he'll be doing the ice bath. And not going to get it.
What did he gain? 2?
Yeah, it looked like it.
About a 2-yard carry, so 4th and 4. 4th and 4 from the 26.
Yeah, they're going to go for it.
And the Panthers going to go for it.
Well,
No, they're punting.
no, they're in the punt. Well,
it's hard now, but-
essentially the same
It's
same
the same
players.
person, because it's Danny now.
It's punt.
Nice punt
Oh,
indeed. He nearly
bad
touched
odds
it
on
too.
that. I know. As we've said, Danny Pierce, player of the game
Right?
for the most part. He had that big pass with the fake punt, and he's been punting the ball pretty well.
I feel like he's been punting the ball pretty good all year. He's had
Yeah.
some nice ones. The first game we did to start the year, he had pinned them back a couple of times.
Yeah.
All right, we got another chance. Finn Gout back.
Here you go. It's like a thoroughbred. Go with all our horse puns now.
And off up the middle, just a
Tackle by
1 yard carry.
Kwiatek. Sell this with about a 2-yard carry.
The thoroughbred handed it off to the bell cow running back.
Down and 7.
Kid's a stud.
We should be fine.
All right, so that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yep.
I'm going to move on to the 4th quarter.
Well, I believe the clock, that is, unless we're wrong, could be 35 points, and we're wrong, but I'm getting the guy who's running the clock here right next to me says it's 30, though. So.
Can always just lean on the experts.
Yes.
We're just guys talking.
We're just guys making horse puns. That's all we do. So as you mentioned, the road just, it doesn't get much easier for the Panthers.
No,
and that's what happens when you play in this NEC, historically
Yeah.
a very good football conference. And you're going to have to play Swampscott, which, you know.
Swampscott next week, and then they have Gloucester the following week, and Gloucester's only got 1 loss on the season.
Yeah,
They beat up on Saugus the other night.
saw that. Has Gloucester played a lot of games within the NEC yet? Do you know?
No, not really.
Okay.
Trying to remember who they've played, but yeah, they haven't we haven't seen them play some of these tougher teams yet. So they're a team that you really don't know how good they are because of who they've played.
Oh, yeah. But you know the program is getting better in general, though.
It is,
has.
yeah.
I mean,
They had some down years,
Yeah.
but they're. I actually think the game with Beverly is going to be a good game.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, there's two schools within the NEC that it felt like had hit sort of a rock bottom a couple of years ago, and they're on their way back, and that is Gloucester and Salem.
Yeah. Yep.
Obviously, everyone in Beverly is well aware of what Salem did last year in that rivalry game, and Salem has kind of picked up where they left off. I think they're playing decent this year again. At least they were at the start. I haven't checked the last 2 weeks, but
yeah, they won last night with like 13 seconds left to play against Lynn Classical.
Oh, wow, okay.
First time in 19 years
Wow.
they had beaten them. So
Lynn Classical.
Yeah.
Lynn schools are usually decent at football. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's a big deal.
All right, so Gallup is out, back to Wales.
It's going to be 1st and 10 on the Beverly 46.
Gallup's a sophomore. Wales is a junior, so they'll be back next year.
We'll see if it'll be interesting to see if they just continue with that two quarterback system, or
Well-
if they try and see if one of them wins out on the jump.
Yeah, well, not only that, but seeing the speed and athleticism of the two of them, are you better off having them both out on the field at the same time?
Yeah,
You know,
that's a
convert
interesting
one of
question.
them, convert one to, something else.
Which always opens the door for some great trick plays too.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So that's number 4 with a carry. We don't have a number 4 on our roster.
It's that time of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Either that or it's one of those, this kid's not allowed to play, so we're going to put a different number on him. I don't think that's the case, though.
Tackled by Junior Santos. It's going to bring it 2nd down and 2.
But he's had 2 carries for about 10 yards.
Yeah.
But we can't give him any credit. He's just number 4. Took away his name and gave him a number.
Wales hands it off. The helmet gets ripped off. You got to blow that
play
dead.
has to stop. Yep. Cal McKay with a tackle for loss right there.
And there he is, just the number.
Just the number.
You got
But we saw his face,
I was
so
about
we
to say,
can at
but you
least
see a
identify
face
him.
now, though, at least.
Right, we got to put a name to the face. This is what we got to do.
No, you're just putting a number to the face.
Yeah. So all those yards I said he just gained, he just lost with the tackle by Cal McKay. McKay playing a good game today.
He
The
has.
2 biggest receptions of the day and a tackle for loss right there.
Yeah.
And he actually ran the guy down on what could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, he ran Wales down.
And I bumped into his mother at halftime, and his grandfather's actually in the stands today. So I said I figured he'd be watching at home, but he was here to see his grandson catch a touchdown.
Nice. Wales to throw, complete.
All right, so
Tackled at the 40. About.
4th down, tackled there by Ray Quietek.
Wales pass is complete to Sam Thompson.
So who threw that one? Did you see that one?
That was Wales.
That was Wales. What was that, about a 6-yard pass?
Yeah. Could not hear who it was to, though.
Yeah. When you get to this situation, you stop paying attention to things like that. And you're just looking into the crowd and whatever. Get distracted.
Indeed. You do. Talk college football.
Yeah. Snap. Oh,
Block the
block
punt.
They blocked it.
You got to push it out of
so it was
bounds. but a big
Gregory White with the block.
Gregory
There's a
White.
bright spot.
White's had some plays today, too, also
I know,
on the
yes.
offense.
Yeah.
Play action, caught a big pass. Was that on the touchdown drive, or was that one of the ones that stalled out when he caught that pass? I think that was one. I think that was on the touchdown drive.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. But Gregory White with a big play on special teams as well.
All right, so the Panthers with the ball at the 47-yard line. They're going to throw it. Throwing deep. He got a man open.
He's got a man open.
He couldn't reel it. It had him open, too.
Oh,
Just missed.
I think
That
he
was,
slowed down for a second,
Daniel
looking for the
Conan.
ball.
Yeah.
Pass was intended for Daniel.
It's a nice pass by Pierce.
It
like you
was.
said.
I thought he
think
laid it out
may
there
have
very
slowed down
nicely.
A little bit, yeah. And he had pressure coming in on him, too, as he made that throw. Second and 10, running clock, 6:15. So we'll be under 6 minutes by the time this play gets over. Run to Costa.
Costa trying to pick his way through the defense, and he had a good run right there.
Yeah, about 6 yards. Costa with 9 rushes on the day. For 29 yards.
It's a third down.
3rd and 4. They're going to go the cut up, and he's going to get himself the first down.
Yeah, nice.
Sean Costa again, the long
That was
carry.
Costa once again. And
That's going to be good for a Panther.
Just
back-to-back very nice runs by Costa.
Whoop. His teammate tried to help him up and just didn't work out so well.
6-yard pickup makes it first and 10 from the 35.
Essentially going about almost a minute per play at this time because the clock continues to run. He's throwing the ball.
Danny puts it up there, and it's intercepted.
Intercepted, and he's going to have a return here.
He's got a lot of
He's
room
got
on this
room
one.
too. Okay, he got tackled though. By, is that Considine?
I believe that
Yes,
was Palmer who gets the interception as well.
Yep, and that was Considine with another tackle on the play.
Considine is everywhere.
just
How?
Just tackling people everywhere. At
I
some
know.
point, he's going to tackle someone walking off the field. Like,
He's applying pressures on the quarterback. That's a throw way down the field, and yet Considine is somehow in that area to make a tackle. And
yeah. So we're at about the 4.5 minute mark. It's really only going to take about 4 plays to end this thing. There's a run right there.
Yep.
Number 15, I believe.
who was it? Number 15?
19, number 19.
Oh, okay. Gallant. Julius
Gallant, who we had called a couple times for Beverly because I called the wrong player for the wrong team.
1 yard gain.
So I apologize to Shane Callahan. I had called someone else in his name, the guy with the same number on the other team throughout the game. So we're seeing some newer players out there. Darius Sharian, Cole Fowler out there, getting a little more playing time.
And
Wales
there
with the
is
keeper,
Finn.
and he's going to go down. Burn some time off the clock.
So unfortunate. He's got to get in the open field.
Well, that was Wales, though. That was Wales. It wasn't
Oh,
Gallup.
that was Wales again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to bring up third down and 6, just over 3 minutes to play.
But Wales and Gallup both having a major impact on this game.
With their
both
legs.
with their legs and their arms. Wales over 100 yards rushing on the day. And Gallup over 100 yards passing on the day. Okay, so there's Gallup with that one.
Yeah.
As Gallup took the carry, tackled by Gregory White and Jimmy De Los Santos.
Was that fourth down?
Actually, Wales and Gallup accounting for 4 of the touchdowns today. Rushing touchdowns. that is.
5-yard gain on that
Are they
one.
2 apiece or does?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Maybe that's how the coach makes his decision on who's going out there. Well, he's got the touchdowns, your turn. Yeah, whatever.
It's a true 50-50 split
I know, really.
on this shared quarterback job. It's crazy.
They've both had about the same number of rushes.
Yeah. And they certainly haven't had to open up the offense enough that we've asked either of them to throw the ball down the field. So as to this point, they seem like the same player.
Yeah.
I don't see much difference.
I know. No, they literally have both carried the ball 9 times apiece. All right, so they turned the ball over. Beverly's going to get the ball with 1.5 minutes, give them a chance to run 1, maybe 2 plays. Depends on whether they use their timeouts or not, really.
Yeah.
Going to try to get in the end zone if you can here.
Look for Constantine.
I was going to say, Constantine's out there. He's got double
That
covered.
was definitely a penalty. They just don't want to call it at this point.
Yeah, we're just trying to get this thing over.
I saw. That was funny. I saw Palmer put his hands up like, come on, are you serious?
All right, so this is about a 4-yard gain, 3-yard gain
Yeah.
for Pierce.
All
All right, so you're probably looking at one last play here.
Yep.
with
Oh
30
yeah, this is
seconds.
definitely it right here.
Unless Beverly decides they want to try to, score it, and, as opposed to just run it out.
Danny to throw,
Oh, a little flutter
puts
on
one
that.
up,
Okay.
and in the vicinity of Tim Pone,
So again,
but incomplete.
clock's still running. Beverly could call a timeout if they wanted. Okay, so they're going to just hustle up, run a play.
See if they can get it off.
See if they can get it off. Yep, they're
I
going
don't
to get it. Yeah, they got time.
Yeah,
And
they're gonna play
hand
one.
off to Costa.
Costa
He's going to run for about
Some padding the
4 yards
stats.
there.
picks up a couple, and that will do it. This one is over. The Marblehead Magicians, after starting the season on a 4-game losing streak, have now won 2 in a row. Beat Masco last week and come in here into Beverly and Herd Stadium and take this one over the Panthers by a final of 40-6. And as you mentioned, we will be back 3 weeks in a row, home games, as Swampscott will be coming in here to take on Beverly. And, quickly, Rich, some of the same issues that have plagued them most of the year showed up, and they showed up right away with the first drive having a fumble and a turnover.
Yeah, early turnover. Second play of the game, you give the other team the ball at the 20-yard line or so, and they punched it in 2 plays. And then you're behind, and then you're trying to play catch up the rest of the way. They had trouble stopping Marblehead's offense.
Yeah.
Marblehead only punted a couple times, only 1 time in that first half. Beverly just couldn't string a few plays together. Every time they made a play or two, a penalty or something or whatever, something happened. So back to the drawing board. Get ready to take on a Swampscott team that, like you said, is probably going to throw a lot and see what happens from there.
Indeed. So that'll do it for us. Have a great rest of your weekend, great rest of your Saturday. The final here, once again, Marblehead taking this one 40-6 for Dominic Lorenzano and Rich Francis signing off. Have a great rest of your weekend.